Hi, my name is Marcia Hensey, and I'm delighted to share some nice news with you. As a representative member of the Foundation Advisory Committee, it's important to let you know that every year, some of the money that you donate to the foundation is used for scholarships for some of our team members. As they use the money to gain new talents and ideas, they are encouraged to use those skills when they come back here to the Waterford. To show you how important these scholarships are, we're going to present to you a former recipient who now works at the health center. And later we'll report it, that one of the new team members stop by and give you an idea of the fact that what she's going to do with it. Right. So I would like to introduce LaShondra Warthen.
Yes.
And she works in the health center on usually B and A.
Yes.
Halls.
Mainly B wing is my hall, but A wing I'm all over. I'm all over.
All right, LaShondra, how about you tell us about you and your family and how you got here?
Of course. Well, I am a single mother. I started here when I was 16. This was my first job, actually. I started in the dining room. I was a dietary aide, had no experience at all. I was a dietary aide for a few years, and then I ended up being a dietary lead manager. And so I was so intrigued about, the residents, the environment, helping, and I knew I always wanted to be in some form of healthcare where I'm caring for someone. So I saw the nurses and I saw what they were, and I needed to be a part of that. I did. So again, I was young when I started out to go to school. I believe I was 20 years old. Yeah, and I couldn't afford it. I could not afford it. I was working part-time, but I had my place. At that time, I had my son. He was 2 years old at the time, and I needed help. I needed a lot of help. I needed help with school, so I had to come to the conclusion, okay, do I not go to school because I can't afford it? Or, do I, give my child to my mom and let her carry that burden and work to pay for school? And then they came up with the grant. There was a grant that, LifeSpace, where the residents actually was so generous.
It's from the Waterford.
From the Waterford, yes.
It's LifeSpace, right. But it was the Waterford Foundation.
Yeah, it was the Waterford, yes. The first one, it was the Waterford. And I was able to get help paying for my school every semester, for both semesters. And I started out going for my licensed practical nurse. So they helped me, and not only did they help pay for, for those classes, and at that time, oh my goodness, that went so long because I was going to have to drop out. I was going to have to drop out of school because I couldn't afford it. The burden on my mom, she was going through so much at the time, so I just couldn't ask her to help me pay for school. I was working here. I had my own place at the time. I was young. Yeah.
That's a big load. That's a big load. Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about it many times. We've talked about it. So the fact that I had that opportunity where, I'm in this workplace and they are willing and want to see me succeed and want to see me further my education and want to help me and put me in a position where I can continue my education and be comfortable and still come to work and still be able to pay my bills working here. That went so far for me. That lifted a huge burden. A huge burden. I was able to focus. I ended up graduating.
Did they help you all the way through?
All the way through. All the way through. They followed me and asked me, how are you doing in class? Is there anything else that I can help you with? Transportation, just anything. And that goes a long way, even for me, with where I come from, with my circumstances that I was in. I was a young girl, single parent, trying to do everything the right way. by myself, but I had help from a family that wasn't my blood. You know, the Waterford, that's my family. They helped me, and they took me in their arms, and you know, I was able to get my licensed practical nurse, my license, and I was able to work the floor. After that, I graduated in 2016. I did. So I've had my license, my nursing license in 2016. I've worked here ever since then, and I continue even now. I'm in school now for my registered nurse. So, you know, and I'm struggling now. You know, still, and I now have two kids. I'm still a single mother with 2 children. So, having that asset, having that you know, support, that assistance, all of that, having that, it helps. It goes a long way, because for someone that really can't afford, you know, even financial aid, I couldn't, you know, and also for others, you know, in my shoes, that gives them hope, that gives them the opportunity. And you know, I was able, my boys were able to see, okay, mom can work, she's at this job, and they want to see her do good. They want to help her, you know.
It's a
and
wonderful
they
role
are,
model for
oh my
them.
goodness, for them to see that, you
How
know.
old are they now?
12 and 7. Oh yeah,
Almost
so
teenager.
Oh my goodness, yes they are, and they know the help that Waterford has done. They know. They know my journey. You know, Waterford watched me grow from 16 to now I'll be 34 next month, you know. So they've watched me, and I've been here, my only job. I've been here going on 17 years, and I continue to, you know, go because of the environment, you know, how they embrace you, you know, the encouragement. They're very encouraging also. You know, it's not even only about the money. It is about the money, because trust me, it helps tremendously, and I can't thank them enough for helping me to reach my goals, to reach my dreams, to get to this point, because you know, I couldn't have done it if I didn't have that financial assistance.
Where did you go to school?
I went to school in Cambridge. It's a private school, Cambridge Institute in Delray. That's where I got my licensed practical nurse. And right now I am going to ANHO is what we call it, Academy for Nursing and Health Occupation. That's where I am now. And still going to and it's a challenge. It is a challenge, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
Well, it increases a salary and gives you
yes,
a different level
it does.
of, yes.
Yes, and you know, it just, future. I'm just, you know, thinking about the future. It does help set my children for the future, myself for the future. And not only that, I just been in this environment. I can't see myself anywhere else, you know, doing this. This is where I grew up. This is my home. This is my domain. So, and I continue to be here. I love the residents. I met Mrs. Hass and fell in love of her recovery and her story. You know, also with me talking, I remember I was talking to you before, and I was saying that, you know, you found out that I started from the kitchen, and I did use the multiple times I had to use the financial assistance because I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was saying that, you know, I was thinking it was scary, it was hard, but it was well worth it because I had that support from the Waterford. I did. I had so much support.
That's nice to hear.
Yes,
nice to hear.
And it goes such a long way, you know, for anyone, you know, that isn't able to, you know, go further and that has to drop out because, you know, it's expensive, you know.
Well, and I understand from previous times when we've talked that they worked around your schooling with scheduling.
They did. They did. They really want, and that's what I mean. They really wanted me to succeed. They
well,
did.
you do a good job.
Oh yes, and I am so grateful, and I am so honored to even be a recipient. Yeah, I am. I'm so honored to be a recipient, and I even, you know, if it comes a point where, you know, they do start about, you guys are able to, you know, there's so many, even now, CNAs that want to go back, but they can't for that reason.
Yes.
They need that assistance.
They need it to do.
Of course.
Right.
And I explained to them, what they asked, how did you do it? How did you get through it? And I said, what? They helped me. They helped me with the
Good
financial
PR for
assistance.
us.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So I am so grateful because of them, I'm able to get to this point where I am now and continue.
So obviously you had a good education also along the way.
Oh yes.
One of her strengths is being such an understanding and good nurse.
Thank you.
I was here a month, so it was really,
Yes.
I had depended on her. I looked forward to the days that she was here because her bright smile when she came in and was always careful. We formed a team as we talked
did.
about.
Oh yes, we did. We were a trio,
Yeah.
a
You
duo
were
trio.
very
Yes,
with us,
yes, we were,
Yeah.
and very honored, very honored to even be in a position to care for you.
Well,
because
that was fun.
It
made it possible for me to stand
It
there.
did.
Let's put it that way.
And look at you. And
Yeah.
look at you.
Back in
Oh
good
my
shape.
goodness.
Well,
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I'm so honored for this, and I appreciate you guys even taking the time out to
Well,
talk to me. And,
thank you for taking time to
of
come
course.
in
Anytime.
and talk with us so we could share it with the residents.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you.